I've got some mini news for you. At least I make myself laugh anyway. Hello and welcome back, guys and girls, to 2-Bit Gaming. It's Will again today, and we're going to be going through some lovely teeny weeny pieces of news I've got for you guys. So we're going to be going over a few little details in regards to the Switch Lite and some other interesting little bits and pieces as well that I've seen recently. So let's get stuck in. So first off, now for those of you who don't already know, Konami are releasing the PC Engine mini console, or to my American friends out there, that is the TurboGrafx-16. So this was unveiled at E3 this year. They didn't give a price or a date, which kind of bugged me because there was going to be this big Konami reveal. Everyone thought it was going to be, either a new Splinter Cell or Silent Hill, which would have been incredible. Turned out to be this, which I think for a lot of people was fairly disappointing. I was streaming at the time when this came out, and yeah, the people in the stream, a couple of them weren't that happy with it. I was elated, if I'm honest. I am all for retro and I'm all for mini consoles, so this is right up my street. So yeah, Amazon is now taking pre-orders for the PC Engine Mini. So it's retailing in the UK at $99.99, so £100 basically. And it is set to ship on the 19th of March next year. So it's not that far away. There's lots of bits and pieces in between. I haven't yet put my pre-order in for it, only because I've only just put a pre-order in for a Switch Lite, which I will get to in a moment. So I'm kind of saving my pennies for that. Once I've got that, I'll get a pre-order in, I'm sure, for this. I'm hoping there'll still be a few left at that time. There probably will be, but yeah, it's exciting. Comes in 3 different variations, so you know, you get to kind of pick which ones you like. I'm kind of got a feeling, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that the white version is only available in Japan, so good luck getting your hands on that one. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. So moving on from that, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're going to be looking at the Switch Lite. So as I said, I have now put my pre-order in. I called my local game store on the day it was announced, and they said they have been inundated with calls, but unfortunately they were not taking any pre-orders. The very next day, which I believe was the 11th, I think, of July, boom, pre-orders in. So I got mine in there. So $199.99 in the UK, so 200 big ones over here. That's just the initial pricing for it, I imagine, and I'm kind of hoping that it will go down to about 160, 170. I think that's a fair sort of price, but we'll see. If it's 200, I'm fine with that. So I got that sorted anyway. Pre-orders are in. If you want to go and get one, go quickly. So moving on from that, Doug Bowser recently said, very shortly after the whole Lite scenario came out, that there would be no Pro this year, which is understandable. If I'm honest, I didn't think there was going to be a Pro this year. I thought maybe we might get a few facts and figures, but it's not happening now. Now we've got the Switch Lite. They've got to let that grow. You know, they've got to give it some room to grow and, you know, and develop as a system. I know it's really just a scaled down version of a Switch, but there is still a market for that, and you know, they'd be stupid to bring out a Pro, because it would just, yeah, it would vanish, and it would be sad for Nintendo, I feel, to have a handheld that went down the toilet, because that doesn't happen all that often. So yeah, he went on to say that no Pro this year. That was fine. Happy with that. I then read, now this comes from a hacker who put this out on Twitter. Now he is known as Mike Heskin. So he took to Twitter to share his findings about what he believes is the recently announced Lite model and a completely new and improved system that's rumoured to be on the way. Now Nintendo have gone on to say that they may be making some improvements to the original Switch system. People have kind of said, how are they going to do that? How is that possible? Think about it, wasn't that long ago they did that with the 360. There were adjustments to that, so it is certainly something within their power. But with this, and I'll go on, I'll read it out word for word what I saw, but with this, it sounds like something all the more spectacular, shall we say? But I'll let you guys see what you think. So it states that since firmware 5.0, there has been support for 3 hardware lines, one with the original Tegra 210 and 2 for the new Tegra 214 Mariko. those two hardware lines are Switch Lite and the Switch New. So the original Switch has 4GB of RAM and 6GB for the dev kit. The new models have support for both 4GB and 8GB of RAM. Both Switch Lite and Switch New use, tell me what this means because I don't have a clue, LPDDR4X DRAM, which grants a small battery boost due to lower voltages. No idea what it means. Sounds great though. Switch Lite obviously has a smaller screen and non-detachable controllers, while the new Switch should have the exact same form factor as the original. The GPU in the new Switch is clocked at higher values than the Switch Lite, potentially giving sort of a modest performance boost, so that's quite cool as well. Larger than 32GB memory is possible in the new Switch. Two models have been found in the firmware code names as Iowa and Calcio, and it's speculated that one will have more internal storage. Once again, I mean, there's absolutely no evidence of a Pro version, at least not in the sense that it would be based off of the Tegra X2 or have sort of a massive performance, well, and memory improvements, but it's exciting. Once again, we got this rumor mill going again with Nintendo. It's just another thing, so who knows? Could be the first little signs we've got of a Pro. I doubt it. It's probably the adjustments they're making to the original, but it just kind of piqued my interest, and I thought that is some decent little adjustments there. So let's see what happens, and let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is this a whole new Switch, or is it just the adjustments that we thought were coming? So moving on and moving away a little bit from Switch, I am going to be discussing something which I thought was freaking awesome. It's got a catchy name as well. The 8bitdo SN30 Pro Plus controller. Lovely, lovely. It's almost like Nintendo themselves designed this. It's got such a catchy name to it. Now, if you haven't heard about this, it's touted as the most advanced controller ever. It comes with ultimate software. It allows you basically to customize every aspect of the controller in terms of sort of functionality. It's compatible with the Nintendo Switch, and there's loads of other sort of modern devices that you can use it on as well. So kind of the stats with it, I mean, it includes built-in motion controls, vibration, turbo functionality, USB-C, wireless Bluetooth 4.0, a USB cable, and over 20 hours of rechargeable battery. Now that all sounds within reason, fairly standard with a couple of exceptions, but I mean, check out the little video that's rolling now. You can pretty much adjust everything on it, so it's exactly made for your likes. It's brilliant. I think it's so cool. The design is great. It's like a cross between the Pro controller for a Switch and a PlayStation controller. I really like it. It looks super comfy. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, that's great. Also, it comes in 3 colours. So there's black, which is nice, I like black, Game Boy Edition, and Super Nintendo Edition. I don't know which to choose. I'd love to have all 3, but that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, that's great. I think that's so cool, especially if you haven't got a Pro controller and you just use your Switch and your Joy-Cons, then maybe this is for you. It's a beast of a controller. It's retailing in the US at $50. So what's that over here, about 40, 35 pounds, something like that. So not a bad price either for what it does. Once again, I think this is going to be going out into stores on the 7th of August. So right around the corner, really, less than a month away. So exciting stuff. We've got a little bit of retro mini, we've got some Nintendo mini, and we've got a controller, which usually are pretty small. So yeah, excellent stuff. So I'm going to leave it there. As always, guys and girls, thank you so much for watching today. If you have enjoyed today's video, then obviously hit that like button. That would be incredible. If you haven't already subscribed, then please feel free to do so, and leave me some comments on everything we've been over in this video today. Let me know, what are your thoughts on these rumors, the new controller? Are you going to be buying a PC Engine? Are you going to be getting one? Let me know. Let me know, peeps. And as per usual, whatever it is that you're doing today, have a wonderful time. Love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.